Hi, I'm Chef Stephen Barrett from Season Plate. Today we're going to be showcasing some unique dining experiences throughout the Halifax region. Halifax is home to beautiful landmarks, East Coast hospitality, and excellent food and drink. Come on, let me show you my city. Tell us a little bit about this place. What makes the Press Gang special?
Well, this is a unique restaurant in Halifax because the historical aspect of it, first of all, this is the second oldest building in Halifax.
Okay.
It was built in 1759, somewhere around there. The rock foundation that you see and everything, it's all original.
Yep.
It's haunted too.
Yeah, I've heard that, yes. Yeah, I've been here many times, and yeah, the haunt, I've heard about the ghosts.
You come in here, this is what Halifax looks like when it was born.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat, right?
Yeah.
A local focus, of course. A lot of my product comes from, our local farms and rugged shores. I look at being a chef, there's a responsibility to our local environment and economy, right? So the more product I can buy from our local farmers, from the land and the sea, the more I'm supporting my backbone. And aside from that, the quality of product that we get from our farms and from our oceans around here, it's world class. It's the best. It's amazing. North Atlantic seafood, it's the best in the world.
Yeah. Here in front of us we have some oysters.
Yeah.
You have a whole oyster bar there. You were telling me you get 1,000 oysters a day in this place.
Pretty much. Come the weekends, we touch 1,000 oysters almost a day, yeah.
Throughout Atlantic Canada only, so
Yeah.
we're local oysters.
Yeah.
What do we have here? Tell us a little bit about the oysters.
These ones we shuck today, those are Sober Island oysters. They're the jades, is that they're called. The green tinge on the shell is where they get their name. They're from Sheet Harbor, Nova Scotia. The texture is creamy and buttery. It's just a beautiful oyster. Beautiful. Clean and fresh.
And what do we have with it?
So we like to garnish our oyster plates with some fresh cut lemons, some fresh grated horseradish to kind of, get you. We do a horseradish cocktail sauce. And today we're featuring a wild Nova Scotia blueberry and vanilla mignonette.
Thanks so much for having us in.
Hey, my pleasure.
It's a beautiful space, great oysters, good drink.
Yeah.
Everything's awesome. We're gonna head across the bridge to Dartmouth. We're going to Dear Friend Bar to meet our friends Brad and Jeff. We're gonna have some cocktails and some tasty plates.
We wanted to satisfy the need, which was, giving our neighbors and friends and people in the community that we live in a safe place to, try new things, try new bites of food.
We're seeing more of that, whether it be beer, wine, spirits, cocktails, and those pairings, which work so well in a setting like this. And you said something I really like, that safe space. And gaining that relationship, you can really expose your clients to all kinds of wonderful things. Look at this wall behind us. This is intimidating. There are, how many bottles are here? A couple hundred?
I would say 200 to 300 bottles.
Yeah, so how does one walk in off the street and say, this is what I want? I get it, it's intimidating.
Well, it's building up the trust with the server, the bartender, whoever's there to take care of you, because we've put a lot of time and training into our team so that they can help make the perfect cocktail, or recommend the perfect wine, or recommend the perfect spirit that's really going to satisfy what they're looking for. What we're making today is one of my favorites. We'll probably go off menu. We tend to go off menu quite a lot here at Dear Friend, because always trying to accommodate any sort of allergy. So it's not common for our server or bartender to ask, do you have any allergies to anything? Martinis are typically stirred. It's either gin or vodka with some vermouth. I'm gonna grab a nice bottle of gin, 400-year-old gin from England, and it has a lot of earthy flavor notes to it. This is Fino Sherry, which is a Spanish-style oxidized wine. This is Dolan Genepi. And if you give that a little smell, you can smell the herbaceousness, the freshness. Just a small amount of that. We really try to limit the amount of sugar that we use in cocktails, because if you're having some sweet drinks, you're not going to enjoy more food. You're not going to have another one. It's just going to kind of weigh down your palate and your appetite. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah, that's delicious. That's fantastic.
So nice and cold, super, super dry, kind of leaves a little bit of salvation left.
Oh yeah, you just want to keep drinking those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm salivating immediately. That's awesome.
Halifax and Dartmouth is in a great position because we have a lot of really talented chefs and really talented bartenders, and the products that we have at our fingertips, like lots of seafood, lots of great ingredients that, you know, we're able to transform into wonderful dishes.
We have really great people doing excellent work in this province.
100%.
And being able to take those products and showcase them in a place like this is really special. So now we're at El Chino Snack Bar with He-Man. We're going to try some food. We're going to talk about what makes this place great and a little bit about the food scene here in Halifax. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, no problem. So tell us about your restaurant. Tell us about this project, the space, the food.
Well, El Chino was conceptualized from a trip that we had in California. I moved there for about 6 months.
Okay.
I helped out in one of my aunt's kitchens, and in there was a bunch of Mexicans and Chinese people working together, and at like staff mealtime, we would always share our food.
Yep.
So, I mean, I love tacos, I love Chinese food. I'm like, hey, you know what better to put it together and you know, share the culture and the food.
We've gone through eras where it was kind of very one lane, not too far outside of that, but now the dining culture is they want to embrace stuff, they want to try stuff.
Definitely. The clientele is just expanding. There's more people moving into the city.
Yep.
It's just being more diverse.
So what do we have here? This looks fantastic, chef. Great looking plates, the smell, I wish you could smell this at home, the smell-o-vision, we need that.
So to start with, we have our marinated cucumbers.
Okay.
This is marinated with house-made chili oil, some rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, and then we have our veggie tacos, which are deep fried with salsa, sriracha mayo, some cabbage.
Of course they are deep fried potatoes, that's awesome.
We have our dumplings here, which are house-made. They are pork and chive.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
How do I eat this thing? It's massive. What do I do with this?
I usually, it's a tricky one.
This thing is awesome.
There you go.
Where do you see this place and food in Halifax going? What's the future for places like this?
The city's just expanding, it's growing, it's just ever changing. It's not just pizza and donair anymore. We have a lot of immigrants coming in the cities,
And they're bringing their food, they're bringing their spice, they're bringing
they're bringing the culture.
and it's changing the city for good. Yeah, I love the concept, I love the food, the space is intimate, and thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks for having us in. Thanks so much for joining us today on this culinary journey. Check out the rest of our list at seasonplate.ca.